Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Josh Allen, nice win, Thursday Night Football. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of this channel. Not only is it a cheap, great way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So if you enjoy the way that I talk and teach ball, you will love the Quarterback School Patreon community. The link is in the video description. Hop over there, join, and become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Josh Allen, the Bills, nice win, Thursday Night Football. Right here, a classic Josh Allen big play. Hot, right in front of his face, decides he's not going to throw it hot, goes, creates, makes a big play, 10 runs somebody over, sideline fired up. Let's go. So we're hot to the left, free runner, B gap, really C gap. Josh Allen sees it. He goes to throw it, turns it down, goes, creates on the other side, ends up being a big play. I mean, just let it wash over you. Oh my goodness. So for me here, right here, this is the hot. Okay, he's going to end up coming in the C gap. We really have two hot answers. So what I'm going to call this little spot and this little wider rail. Either one of these, in my opinion, could be a hot route. Now, if you're going to throw the spot, potentially someone could run in through the lane right here. You could also just check it out here, let him go make a move on the corner. Both decent options. Josh Allen's going to see these, decide no, probably sees the linebacker type here undercut the spot, and is able to say, I'm just going to go create over here and deal with the unblocked rusher, who's a little guy compared to me, and I'm just going to go make a play. It's unique unicorn football. It just runs away with him, never gets hit. Again, to me, he sees it hot right there. He goes to throw it. Nope, I'll just go this way. See the flat over there, casual flick across the field, make somebody miss, run somebody over, and now we're fired up. That's a sweet play. I mean, it's just classic Josh Allen, really. I mean, this is very few guys can go, and again, you can see 54. He's going to go try to pick that thing off right there. No, go create the other side. Nice job running through a tackle, running through someone's face. Sidelines fired up. Next one here, first of many RPO throws that I loved in this game. Loved this element of the game plan for the Bills. Thought Josh Allen was surgical with a lot of these RPO type reads and throws. For me, this is an access go ball. So this little back juggle, move around, I think is always a nice indicator that we're dealing with the RPO potentially. But Josh Allen just sees the matchup that he likes and lets 13 eat down here to the bottom. So what is going on here? In my opinion, and I'm going to do this for almost every RPO just because they made them work on damn near every single one. We've got press coverage down here. We're going to end up running this little fade, okay? And he likes the matchup. To me, this is the kind of access alert element of the RPO. So really, this has nothing to do with the run-pass option. You could easily make this like an RPO, where this is like an alert or an access throw. That's what's going on down here. The actual run here is going to be what I'm going to call wide zone to the bottom. And we're going to just fold the center. So the center is basically coming around and blocking this inside player. And we are conflict defender reading right here, the backside inside linebacker. And we have a little slant. So there's the run and there's the pass option. This access element of it is kind of what oftentimes is like a hitch or a gift route. You'll hear people call it. I know a great course that goes into significant detail about these kind of RPOs. Right here, matchup you like, throw it. Now it helps when you can throw it and put a dot right on the cat's chest. That is outstanding. Again, I think this little back movement right here is a really easy indicator that we're in the RPO world for a lot of teams because you're trying to mess with the defensive alignment, what side the back is on. You can see the center go. If we were to play the RPO out on the backside, we'd be reading 54, the linebacker in the left A gap. But we're not. We like the access route, and it's right on him. Let's go. Next one here. This is one of those Josh Allen plays where I feel like this kind of encapsulates the good, the potential, and then it works out, so it's a great play. He's certainly got the ability to create and drive the ball down the field. No one disputing that. This, to me, is just a big play action with two curls. Now, I think most people would play this where the ball gets to the check down. And so I'll let it play again from the wide. You can see he's looking at the curl up top. No, check down, that fast. Okay, so when I'm saying these things are essentially mirrored, we're going to run what I'm going to call curl, whether it's like a post curl, deep curl, whatever you want to say. 2 curls like that. After we fake it here, the check down comes out right here. So if this second level of defense, if any of these people get enough depth to take away the curl, the check down is almost always going to be good. And that's kind of the read. High to low, put it right on him. Now it looks like Josh thinks about doing that, and maybe someone flashes in his face here from the first level of the defensive line. And so he's got to go and create. When he goes and creates, this curl kind of goes with him. He's able to see it and create. So that's the Josh Allen awesome part. The part that I just wish he would find a way to like play in the middle of some of these plays, where sometimes just throw the check down is not a bad play, because he ends up getting hit here. You know, the check down is probably a good play right there. Now it's not as big of a chunk, but just get the ball out of your hand. You can see 54. Play action, he turns to run, check it down. Boom, that fast. As opposed to extend, now I get hit. Now we got to make a nice play. It's still a chunk. This is just kind of the whole Josh Allen experience. So right there, check down. And again, I see what he sees as far as the right guard kind of working that tackle right into our face right here. But he could just kind of like find a way to get it to the check down right there. Then he doesn't take these hits. But he certainly has the ability to get outside the pocket, keep his eyes downfield, and throw a strike. So it's hard to be like, you're not going to be mad at the quarterback for doing this. You know, could he play it in structure? Maybe, but he's the one pulling the trigger. He feels color flash. You got to go create, but you can see the effects. And my thing here is more about the hit. So because he's kind of hanging, trying to make this play, yeah, he makes a nice chunk, but it's not a game-changing chunk, and he gets hit. So these hits inevitably add up. Next one here, we're back to the RPO family. This, to me, a beautiful job of working the vertical element of the pass on these run pass options. So just a really nice job of reading what I'm going to call wide zone, reading 45 as a conflict defender, flipping it on either a spot or slant right behind it. So draw up this whole play here. The run is going to be just, we'll call it wide zone to the left. The conflict defender going to be right here, 45. That's who we're reading. So that's the R element, okay? The pass element of the RPO is going to be right down here to the bottom. We're going to run what I'm going to call this a spot. It could be just like a settle slant with a flat. So you got the potential for a pick maybe. You've got this vertical element of the slant where the ball ends up going. That's the P. Now the part that we saw earlier where he threw a fade, the access element is going to be a screen, like a little now or smoke screen right here. Block MDM, most dangerous man. So you can see the horizontal stretch, right? So we're stretching the whole width of the field. We've got this access screen up top. We've got the flat down here to the bottom. We also have the run element, right? We talked about the run element. We're going downhill right here. We also have the vertical element of the slant. This is beautiful offensive architecture and design, in my opinion. And this is now the second type of run we've seen in the RPO world. So this is just true zone. We're not folding the center. And again, it's an easy read, but you got to have somebody be able to orchestrate this thing, pull the trigger. You can see he's reading 45. 45 is unblocked. We're basing the backside. 64 and 79, the right guard, right tackle, are essentially pass blocking, quick pass setting on the backside. And then the run blocking on the left. So you're basically cutting the line in half. You can see the left guard center combo. They're pushing up to 45. We replace the conflict defender. Let's go. Next one here, 3rd and 5. Man, this is an outstanding play. This has so many layers to it too that you really don't see in the league very often. So we're going to talk through a bunch of these things. I love Josh Allen. The patience in the pocket, driving the ball down the field, sees the mailbox. It's a massive chunk for 3rd and 5. Look at the pass protection. It's like 7-on-7. Defensive coaches would be losing their mind. Wide open, massive chunk. Hell yes. So what is this play? This play to me is essentially mesh. And again, you got to forgive me. I'm not certified, okay? So don't come at me sideways if I don't have the details perfect. But we're going to call this part of it the mesh, the 1 and the 2. Okay, we're going to pair it with where the ball ends up going here on what I'm just going to call dagger. So we're going to call this almost like a clear post or crosser with an in. Okay, now, because the pass protection is so awesome, this thing is essentially dropped. And it's one of those routes you really don't see thrown very often because it is honestly more of a clear-ish type throw. But he's able to just see it and let it rip. Now, the part that is pretty cool to see is that mesh back in the day, I feel like back in the day, like 5-10 years ago, was a lot more of, if it's, you can come over here, you can settle up if it's zone, you can run away if it's man, or you can kind of like run to space. And you see this done a little bit more at the collegiate level or high school level. You don't see it done a lot in the league. And so right here, both meshers come out and take this thing vertically. Come out, and because the play has so much time, they're running to space, running to grass. So it's kind of like old school mesh, which is really cool to see. So first, let's watch the number 3 up top. He's just going to be wide ass open on the clear. That's where the ball ends up going. Mailbox. Josh finally sees him. That's not part of the progression normally. So when you say, wow, why didn't he throw it earlier? Yeah, no S, Sherlock, but it's not part of the progression. Usually you're probably working mesh to deep in or vice versa. Right here, he finally sees the clear mailbox and throws it. Now let's watch the meshers. So watch Diggs and 13 coming across down here. Mesh, and then they spike it. Whoa! That's pretty sweet. That play is badass. Now, it takes forever. You have to have, 10 seconds to throw it, but you could definitely do some damage with that thing. That's a hell of a play. Great patience, world-class pass protection, like as good as you'll ever see. But Josh doesn't bail, right? He's hanging back there, driving it, ripping it, torquing it. It's an awesome play. Next one here, start of the second quarter, 4th and 2. A great play from the corner down here to the bottom. This to me is not the most sound play offensively. But man, Josh Allen, decisive here. You got an unblocked guy right in your face. You really don't have any good options. But what the corner down here does, 35, and the fact that he can do this with anyone on a defense, oftentimes you'll hear defensive gurus say, I don't teach position. We're positionless football. We're all X's. We can all do any position. This guy can drop. This guy can rush. It's clinic talk. Okay. It's most of the time total BS. But right here, this corner looks like he's giving what I'm going to call a banjo sign. Like, hey, whoever runs out here, it's me and you. So when we go in motion here, we're going to banjo this thing. And I'll talk about exactly what that means. But this is a linebacker running out here with him. So he's banjoing. A corner and a linebacker are banjoing on the perimeter on a 4th down at the goal line. And what that means on banjo, in my opinion, means that essentially whichever one goes outside and inside, that's who we're taking. So to clean this thing up, there'll be another eligible out here. These two are essentially zoning this thing off. So if they want to go like they do, flat right here, well, he's got the first one outside. He's going to just take him. And that's what happens. And really, this thing very easily could have been a pick 6 the other way disaster. If he could catch, he'd be playing offense. But watch the signal down here from the corner. In and out right there. And then he does it. With a backer? I mean, how easily could that have been caught and gone the other way? He paused it. I don't think Josh has any good options here because he's got Junior right in his face. Damn. That's a hell of a play from 35. That is a massive football play. On a critical down and distance, holy moly, situational ball at its best. Next one here, 2nd and 12. Josh Allen, scramble, touchdown run. Just something that he brings to the table. There's no rush lane integrity, and Josh has got enough wiggle, acceleration, playmaking ability to go get it himself. Really untouched. Watch these kind of A-gaps open up for us right in front of us. Right A-gap wide open. Josh is able to just do it without getting touched. Is pretty impressive. The dude is a unicorn freak athlete, being that big to be able to run like that. And again, when you have the linebackers, watch the linebackers 45 and 54. They can move, but they're running. It looks like they're trying to match people. Like they're running out of those areas. Creates all that space. Old man pump fake 5 yards down past the line of scrimmage. Outstanding job from 17. Just one of those things that he can do this whenever he wants. He's got the ability to throw it. He certainly has the ability to do that. But I think the crazy thing is from this moment right here, hey, there's what, 5 people around him right there? He doesn't get touched. Wild. And he peeks behind. Again, I talk a lot about the peek behind on this channel. Right here, watch him peek behind. Like right there. The peek outside the pocket? Hell yes. Next one here, interception. Tough. I feel like I talk about the technical mechanics of this type of play a lot on this channel. Maybe it's just me getting tired of myself hearing me say the same type of things, but I know these things get taught in the quarterback room. Yet you continue to see these things impact quarterbacks. And so what I'm talking about on these naked or keepers is that you have to come out of these fakes vertically. You have to anticipate worst case scenario. Quarterback is responsible for navigating the unblocked edge. Okay, now it'll make you sick here because the design of this play, so if they were to stay in 2x2 right here and run the naked, this wouldn't happen. That's the part that'll make you sick if you're the offensive architect. When they shift to 3x1, watch the safeties rock and roll. So initially, 31 is in the middle of the field. They shift to 3x1, and now Junior's coming off the edge. So that's the first part that will just burns. The part that burns the most for this channel, and when you all should be tired of me saying, is that if we're faking, and then we're going to naked away. So you come out here, you make this play fake, and then we're coming out on the edge, and usually there's something in the flat, some sort of over, and something deep. And it doesn't really matter how they get there. And then there's usually some sort of like secure the edge late flat. Okay, so there's 2 things in the flat. The part that I feel like I talk about a lot, but continues to happen all the time, is this vertical element. There will be a free runner off the edge. So right here, it's 31. Someone is unblocked. The worst case scenario is that person hard charging the quarterback coming out with your back turn. So you do not, okay, I repeat, you do not want to come out of this fake and come out flat. Okay, so let me say that again. You do not want to come out of this fake flat. You want to come out vertically, and then once you're in the clear, then you can get downhill and carve that thing out. So no matter what happens, the quarterback is responsible for this open edge, whoever shows up there. They cannot get sacked, and that ball cannot get batted down. Now, it's just bad luck that it gets batted up and intercepted. But to me, Josh could help himself with coming out of this thing more vertical. See how flat he comes out of the fake? Anticipating someone right in your face, you come out more vertical, and then you got to navigate the edge. And again, we can say all of that and also acknowledge 31 is a hell of a football player. That's a hell of a job getting your hand up, knocking that ball up, and then it's just bad luck. But it's bad luck because you didn't navigate the edge correctly. So fake and come right down the hash. See how flat he comes out of that fake? And now he's surprised. He's closed the distance. As opposed to if you came out vertically, okay, 31's right there. Now I can just skunk it at 86's feet. So just so unfortunate. But man, I feel like and can we also say, hey, offensive lineman, 60. Once the ball's up in the air, dog, you got to go get it for us. Come on, 60. I mean, shoot, 73 hits it back into his chest. That's going through his hands right there, right? 73 hits it with his hand? Good God. Once this thing is tipped like this, there's no pass interference, fellas. You go right through that guy's soul. Hell no, he makes that play. Oh my God. Another Josh Allen special here, 3rd and 11, touchdown pass, bottom of the screen, 86, working all the way across. Get outside the pocket, create. You know, it's one of those things that, to me, Josh, at least 86 to the left, he thinks he's hot. Now, the offensive line ends up doing a hell of a job picking it up, but I don't think Josh knows that he's not hot. So when Zero jumps out of there, the right B-gap player in between the right guard, right tackle, When he jumps out of there, the offensive line sorts it out and the back sorts it out to pick it up. So Josh doesn't have to bail here. He plays this thing like he's hot. If he were hot, you would want to raise up and just put it on 86. You see 86 peak right there? That's the peak vertical hot. So the offensive line continues to play amazing, pick up these stunts. Josh plays it like he's hot, doesn't throw the hot, extends the play, and makes a touchdown. I mean, can't make this shit up. Not a whole lot of guys playing the position ever were able to kind of live on the edge like this so consistently and just say, hey, I'm not going to play it the way that it's drawn up. I'm going to not take the hot when I probably think I'm hot. I'm just going to bail. I'm going to extend. Okay, there's nothing there immediately. It's 3rd and 11. It's going to be hard for me to run it and get a first. But we're just going to extend, keep my eyes down the field, and then find the hot working across the field. I mean, it's hard for me to even describe. It's pretty crazy. It would be one of those things where no, yes. Great job, 17. Keep it up. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me individually, personally, so thank you for doing that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content. In addition, we have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep, deep dives on my favorite football topics. For this video, lots of RPOs. There's a great RPO course. We've got courses on tempo. There was great tempo in this game. We've got courses on pass protection. There was pass protection issues in this game. We've got a course, the best-selling one, how to beat every coverage. Lots of different coverages in this game. So if you're interested in any and all of those courses, the link is in the video description. Hop over there and enroll. We also have a bunch of free resources available, linked in the video description. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. First play of the third quarter here. Almost always my favorite call of the game. Go back to the RPO world. We're going to hit the same kind of spot slant down here to the bottom. Just a beautiful job of taking that vertical threat in the RPO. I love it so much. Damn, I loved what they were doing in the RPO game during this thing. So we've already seen this center fold, what I'm going to call wide zone, with just the center folding here. We're reading 54 as the conflict defender. It's not a perfect throw. It's a nice catch from 86, if I'm being honest. But man, the design is outstanding. Okay, I'm going to go really fast because I've already drawn this thing up. But the essence of this play, conflict defender right here, boom. Okay, the alert element of this is that smoke screen we already saw. So that's the access smoke screen. You like it, you like the numbers, you can take it. If you're going to play the play out, the run here, we'll call it wide zone to the right with the center folding. Okay, he's going to block the play side inside linebacker. On the backside, we've got this quick little slant. That's the vertical element, and we've got the flat. So again, the horizontal stretch, the vertical stretch, the run game. Hell yes, this is my jam. Let's go, this kind of offense. How everyone doesn't run it, I don't know, but it's a thing of beauty when it's put like this. So much stress on a defense. Unbelievable stress. 54 getting spider cammed. That's the guy we're reading. He inserts into the run. Yep. Thank you. Just that quick. Just those two little shuffles because no one's blocking him. The left guard, left tackle are base blocking out. You can see the center fold. It's awesome football, man. This is my favorite type of football. Next one here. Let's stay in the RPO world, but let's go a different run. This time we're going to go dart. Okay. This is just an iteration of spread triple. Again, so much stress on a defense. Horizontal stretch. We're going to read the first level defender, C-gap defender to the right, 7. He can't be right. We make somebody miss. Turns into a nice little chunk. So this is a different type of run than we've shown so far on the video. It's got the same horizontal stretch. So first, we'll say this is a bubble. So this is that access part of it. Okay, then we'll get into the RPO part of it. So the run part of it here is dart. Okay, dart to me is man on the front side. And then we are going to, you almost like combo it back with the center and backside guard. And the backside tackle is now pull wrapping to the play side inside linebacker. So that's the play for the run unit. The actual conflict defender, C-gap player right here. Defensive end, edge player, however you want to say it. So that's the run element of it. And so that's who the quarterback is reading. It's paired here with, usually because it's a first level, so defensive line read, it can be a spread triple play, meaning that the quarterback can run this thing as a second. So it's just read. Quarterback can run, or we can get the pitch element. Someone in the flat, someone running a corner for a little bit more of a vertical threat. But really, it's dive, quarterback, pitch, spread triple. Dart to me is more of a man run, but you classify it, some people might classify it as a gap run as well, just because you're pulling someone. But man, it's a thing of beauty, y'all. They have a robust RPO game. They're using multiple different types of runs, reads, different layers and levels of the defense that they're reading, and they're making them all work. This is the full catalog, RPO clinic time. And you can see the backside tackle going. You can see the right guard, right and center working that combo on the backside. Big boy man blocks on the play side. You got to have some big boy dudes on the play side to hold up one-on-one. But that's a nice job from 17, getting it out to the flat. Let's go. Next one here, another touchdown pass. I actually think Josh plays this one a little bit fast and skips over 14. Now 14 takes a while to get over there. I love a good touchdown celebration with the confetti and the all-22 as well. You're welcome for that. Pretty rare to see. There's a lot going on here. This is a nice job finding this backline throw. This is really more of the 3 or 4 read on this thing normally. So what is this play? This to me is just an iteration of power pass. Okay, power pass means that the offensive line is all sliding to the left, or it just means sliding, full slide. The back is usually cutting the edge player. It usually means that someone is in the flat. Normally from the backfield here, they come out bluff and get into the flat. And then right here, so that's 1. 2 normally is this backside over down here in the red zone. That's 2. And then where the ball ends up going here, working the backside, we usually have the tight end type in that front pylon, and then working the backside back pylon there. So however you want to sort this out, 3, 4, or vice versa. But this thing is full field. And you can see here, for whatever reason, 14 can't get through there quick enough, but this 2 to the back pylon is probably there as well. So really nice design. This is a very universal NFL red zone type pass. You can see the flat no. 14 kind of chilling off the line. That's probably why he's not there immediately. You can see him throw the mailbox up. He thinks he's going to win right there, but Josh is already off of him. So for my money here, if I had anything to do with this route at the bottom, this would be full speed. You got to show up. You don't want to be late. Because you kind of slowed off the line of scrimmage, you miss a touchdown opportunity here because he's going to be open to that back pylon. No. Josh does a great job sorting it out, throwing a strike on the back line. Confetti, let's go. Again, you can see how quickly 17 plays this. So flat, no, he's already backside. I mean, damn, he's almost backside before his back foot hits the ground. He is backside. Look at this. He's looking backside before his back foot hits the ground, the top of his drop. Great job seeing it. Beautiful throw, high back 5, wide ass open, touchdown. Next one here, 3rd and 4. Another of what I would classify as the Josh Allen experience. Now, it's great when it goes right. This to me is mesh railroad with like a quick out option, and Josh Allen just makes this thing work. On the broadcast, I remember seeing him point to 86 here to take it up the sideline. That's great. I mean, this is just being a playmaker. You can see him point right there, point up. Throw that thing right on the sideline. It's a strike. Okay, now you got to acknowledge before anything, it's an awesome play. It's a legitimately awesome play from Josh Allen. So right here, he is running what I'm going to call this little like out. Now to me, this is like the backside option or alert if for some reason you really liked it. This play, I'll draw up the play in blue. Now that's where it ends up going. He points to him and he turns up the sideline. That's awesome. This play though, is what most people universally call mesh with a rail. So here's the rail, and that's almost always 1. I think the number 1s here are the guys that are running the mesh. So that's usually number 2. Get the mesh right here, and then the deep hook right here comes from the number 3. So that's just mesh railroad to most people. I think if you're coaching or talking to Josh Allen about, hey, what happened on this play? Like, how'd we get there? How do you not throw the rail right here for just an easy first down? It's 3rd and 4. As soon as there's any sort of collision or this guy has to bounce around him, it's man, they're matching this thing. That's the whole reason we're calling the play. just throw the ball to the back. So this is that like fine line between like, just play the play, dog. Like once 45 has to go over the top right here and avoid friendly fire, just put it on the back. He's not even looking at him. What's he looking at? I don't know. Now, maybe they read it different. I don't pretend to tell you that I know exactly how Buffalo reads this. I can just tell you that universally, this play is pretty common and almost everyone reads it rail to mesh. Regardless, that's a hell of a play. So that's what I'm talking about when I say the Josh Allen experience. I can't tell you what he's looking at. It looks like he's looking to the right? Like, I mean, looks like it. Why wouldn't you throw it to 28 right there? You throw it to 28, it's an easy first down. Whatever he's doing, okay, outside the pocket, and he can do this shit. But don't come at me sideways when he does this stuff when it matters most and it doesn't work out. And then we turn on the film and we're like, just play the play and structure, dog. So it's got to be that fine line. And when it's going right, it's going right. Next one, another RPO, this time dart to the bottom. Again, get it out to the pitch. Just an absolutely beautiful job. I love these plays so much. We are reading the C-gap player to the left. 9. He can't be right. We're running dart to the right. We've got the full horizontal stretch. We've got the little rub or pick element of it. I know I've already drawn this up, but I'll do it again really quickly. This is the person we're reading, the conflict or key defender. Okay, the access screen, okay, right here. If you like this, if they don't have enough people over here, if you feel like you got it, raise up and throw it. Okay, he doesn't right here. The run element of this, here's the dart, right? We're pulling the backside tackle. He's pulling for the play side inside linebacker. Man blocking on the front side, vertical combo on the back. Okay, that's the run play, dart. The quarterback can run it, right? So we've got the dive or dart. The quarterback can run it. And then we've got the flat element, which is the pitch and the spread triple. But it's not just a random flat by itself. It's got this rub element of this corner. As he goes up, he's going to get in that way. So we've got this little pick. Y'all, this is it, man. This is a well-oiled RPO machine. Look at that little rub from 10. Watch him deke that safety right there. Just that little deke. It's not a rub or pick. He's going to bluff him, though. And now he's a step late. It's straight up. It's outstanding football. The level of detail and nuance is jumping off the film. Gets me fired up. So many good little details and nuance from the perimeter, from the run unit, from the quarterback play. Just deal it in the RPO world. Another RPO. We're going to run what I'm going to call wide zone down here to the bottom with the center fold. We're just going to light the matchup to 14 and throw a back shoulder. I mean, this is what the stress does to a defense. Again, the back's bouncing around, an RPO key. You can see the center fold here. If we were to not throw this access fade, we'd be reading the backside inside linebacker, but he just likes the matchup. So at the snap, you like the matchup down here to the bottom, let it rip. Otherwise, we're going to run an RPO where we're reading the backside inside linebacker, 45. It's just a beautiful job. It's outstanding football. Give your guy a chance to make plays. Vertical stretch on a defense, horizontal stress on a defense. Look at that ball. Right up on his grill, back shoulder. Hell yes. Next one here. Now, when you throw the ball 40 times in a game, you're going to have some probably miscommunication. Right here, I thought this was a beautiful job by Josh Allen ripping a seam into a really tough look, and they're just not on the same page. 13 looks like he settles up, and Josh expects him to keep running and run that seam. Now, this is a difficult look, in my opinion. So at pre-snap, this looks like middle field closed, right? Like this is a pretty clean, we got free access out here. If anything's telling you something's up, there's just no one on the number 2 here. So if you were wondering what coverage is this? That's not how they're going to play this when you're just looking at the snap of it. But at the snap, they end up getting to a cover 2, like a 2 roll or a 1.5 coverage, whatever you want to call it. The corner up here is playing half field. We're getting a cloud down here, so we're rolling into this thing. Well, we've got this seam called. That seam is money versus a half field safety. Let's go. Put it right on him. But it sure looks like as we come out of this thing, 13 kind of settles up as he gets past that second level of the defense, like he's confused what he's seen. Josh is thinking you're going to keep running. 13 shuts it down, and we miss a big chance at a nice little chunk. So again, watch 13 here kind of settle up. So he gets past him and then almost like he thinks he's hot. Like he has someone blitz off of his face and he looks like, oh, am I hot? Oh, am I hot? He's throwing it to me? Oh, damn. So just kind of that miscommunication from the slot with what they're asking him to do in their pass protection, hot, route adjustment. But man, that could have been a massive play, right? You catch that seam, you make that safety miss, and you're to the house. So close. Even with what I would classify as a really nice night from Josh Allen, there were some opportunities that we left out on the field that they left there that could have been big, big plays. I mean, he hits that thing on stride there, he's got a good chance to score. Whoo! Next one here, 3rd and 5. Scramble, first down. Great job sliding, staying in bounds, keep the clock running. Again, he certainly has the capacity to do this. I love the high football IQ there to finish it off correctly as well. It's a hell of a play. Get a little 5-0 stunt. Great job by the left guard. Pass pro wise, it's just a beautiful job from 17. Now what this play is, to me, is a really kind of common play in the league out of empty. It's the bones of 4 verticals for me. So we're going to go, seam, what most people would call special, and then a go down here. So that's 3x1, 4 verticals. You put your dude right here, and he essentially is running a choice, option, jerk, lots of different ways to do it. I think of like Jacksonville. I think they hit a game winner off this type of play where it was more jerkish, where he's coming across this way. This looks like Diggs just does like a legitimate option where he can come in and do whatever he wants, come back out, Kelsey-ish. And 24 just does a good job locking him up. I would say that's the matchup you're looking for all the time, every day, every Sunday, every game, and they just lock it down. It's easy to screenshot me and say, hey, dog, why didn't you throw this seam for a touchdown? Well, it's 3rd and 5. You're thinking your dude, your one, is going to be able to win versus anybody. So right here, 14, not there. And then we got to go. And again, 17's got the capacity to get vertical, make a good decision, not force the ball, not be sloppy with the ball. He's looking the whole time. Maybe you work that special as a number 2 if you wanted to, but you see that thing open up like that on 3rd and medium, go get it yourself. It's a great job, great feel, great time clock. 17 is balling. Last one here, 3rd and 4. Trying to ice this game. Josh does a great job here of looking like setting the protection, getting to the play that he wants. We're going to throw it to the number 3, 14 on the little flat, right into the pressure. Talk all the time on this channel about throwing into pressure. Right here, beautiful job of being on the same page with the pass pro. You can see him reset the pass pro. We're going all the way out to the right, full slide, backs coming across to block. Full slide, get the ball out of your hand quickly. Don't take an unnecessary hit. First down. So just love the decisiveness, love the control and command at the line of scrimmage right here. Look at the communication, y'all. Just look at all the people talking and communicating right here. Everyone communicate. Yeah. Check. Really, he's got good throws to both inside receivers on both sides. Little quick outs. Put it right on him. Decisive. Get the ball out of your hand quickly. Not taking a hit. Trying to ice this thing, just the communication at the line of scrimmage in 4th quarter when you got to have it. It's so good. Great job. Easy first down. Let's go. So that is a wrap. Josh Allen, the Bills, rolling. Really fun to see their game plan incorporate so many different RPOs, tempos, how they were able to utilize all their different weapons in different places. Fun to see that offense continue to kind of find itself and find the best version of itself. I still think when you turn on the film, there are these moments where Josh Allen looks like he almost goes rogue. And half of it is just because he can. And when it works, there is no answer for it. But I think when the moments become a little bit brighter, when the games are on the line and you've got to kind of function at your best possible version of yourself, it's tough to be so out of structure when the in-structure stuff might be there. So it is about kind of like walking that tightrope as far as be the creator, be the playmaker. But if it's there, just take the easy play. I think it can take away some unnecessary hits. It might take away some of those magic splash plays as far as the volume of them. But when you need those splash plays, they're always going to be there because he can create and do so much out of structure. But you don't have to all the time. So it's that fine line for me that's always with Josh Allen. Can he just stay within himself and give the team the best opportunity to win consistently and be the best version of themselves. And then when it matters, just finding that sweet spot as far as being creative, being the playmaker, and just playing in structure and taking what's there. Because when it's all happening, when he's doing what's there and he's creating, holy moly, this offense is fun to watch. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.